Should I go to the Peace, Love, and Vans event that's going to be here in Colorado with a busted transmission? I'm thinking I should. Now, my transmission is bad, as I've been talking about lately, and my shed is a mess again because I was doing a bunch of stuff and I messed it up again. I need to shave. Yeah, I'm gonna do the Peace, Love, and Vans event. I gotta buy my ticket. I don't know if they still got them. I got an advertisement on Facebook, I think it was. And it's in June, I believe. Let me look it up. Let's look it up. Internet. Peace. Now I'm debating. Well, I'm not debating. Excuse me. The Peace, Love, and Vans event is in June, June 12th to the 15th. And I think I want to go to it. It is, I've never taken my van to an event before. It's not special. It's not a special van or done up all professionally and all that. It's just a regular guy's van. But uh, I would love to take it. My biggest problem right now, I'm gonna just get the ticket just anyway. I'm gonna get it anyway because if I can wing it and get this transmission replaced and get this gearbox replaced, the van is at the event. It's in Colorado, so guess what? I'm close by. Um, I think it's in Loveland. Let me see. Let me see. Let me look it up. It's at the Hummingbird Ranch in Colorado, and I don't know. I think I need to. I don't know. Let's see here. See an advertisement. Uh, Tickets are not too bad. Only could stay 2 days anyway, so Chillville, Groove is sold out. You can tent camp. It's gonna be kind of sweet. Chillville looks like a well. Vans and other rigs up to 45 feet long. I think I'm a. I think I'm gonna buy the ticket. Get me one and get well. So I got my little van, my little Astro van. It'll be up there. Just gotta, like I said, I gotta replace the transmission. So got a couple months. I can get that done before then. If not, then I just wasted my money. But what do you think? You think I should? Somebody's message was retracted. People are crazy nowadays. Um, what do you think? This is what I'm looking at right now. Should I buy a ticket? It'd be pretty interesting because, you know, get there on Thursday or Friday, leave on Sunday. What do you think? They were actually down there in Florida doing the same thing. It was kind of neat. Florida had the Peace, Love, and Vans event, not close to me, but that's when I first found out about it when I was living in Florida a couple of years ago. And there's a lot of van lifers and van enthusiasts out there that like to go to these events, like the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. That's more like just anybody, but that's one I want to go to also. Is Rubber Tramp Rendezvous out there in Quartzsite. I'm gonna take the van out there also. I wanted to do an event with especially Astro vans, um, because I know there's a lot of people out there with Astro vans that turn them into camper vans or just regular custom vans and stuff like that. But it'd be kind of neat to get a, a couple hundred. together, a couple hundred Astro vans together, and see if we can do an event with just Astro vans. But the Sprinter van world, I've seen a couple of them going down the road. It's like, wow, them folks spent some money. When I was going to Arizona, stopped at a what was it? A truck stop out in the middle of nowhere, out in the middle of the desert. Um, and there were Sprinter vans all over the place. I was like, man, they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to be van lifers. But if you got it, you got it, I guess. Um, Me, I got my truck, my truck, and my van, and a few other cars. But yeah, today I just thought I'd come on for a few minutes. I was doing homework. Yeah, I'm still in school at my age, trying to get better, trying to become uh, what am I trying to say? Man, my glasses all dirty. Trying to be a scholar or something. I don't know. I'm just taking the classes. You know how it is. Uh, Using my post 9/11 GI Bill, and man, I really jacked these up. I need some new ones. I already got a new pair, but I don't wear them every day. I just wear them just every once in a while. They're the Shaquille O'Neal glasses. These are Ted Baker glasses. These ain't cheap, but I'm messing them up like they are. I got these. I get these ones. Yeah, my Shaquille O'Neal ones I got at Costco. These glasses I got actually in Breckenridge. I don't know if you ever heard of Breckenridge. Some of you probably have because you ski a lot. Uh, I was going through town, decided to get some glasses, went and got a prescription done, filled in. But yeah, the snow's bad out here in Colorado. There's not been snowing. It says it's going to snow um, this weekend coming up. I'm supposed to be getting some snow this week, but they're kind of worried because Denver and Colorado Springs is struggling on the idea that the water levels are going to be really low. And they are, because there ain't no snow in the mountains. Not at all. But I'm supposed to be watching NASCAR. I don't know if it's on right now or not. I haven't been paying attention. I just got back from the laundromat because I had to do laundry since I'm living off grid. My wash machine takes up too much power, so I can't be, washing clothes in the trailer, which I could, but it'll burn up all my power. So my best bet was to go. I go to a laundromat, and this one I don't really like, but I went to it anyway because I didn't want to go further. So I decided to go to this one. I'm not going to tell which one. I'm just saying I went to a laundromat that, um, let me see. I don't know if it's on yet, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's out. What is your opinion on NASCAR? I've been watching NASCAR my entire life. As a kid, I used to watch it. Um, in the Final Four, it's coming up too, so that's becoming a big deal. That was something I always wanted to do. I was a Richard Petty fan for the longest time. Believe it or not, I was a Cale Yarborough fan. Cale Yarborough probably wasn't probably the best driver to be a fan of back in those days, but he had he was pretty cool. So I thought, yeah, I thought he was cool as a kid. But yeah, I don't know if you guys watch it. NASCAR is. I've been, like I said, I've been watching NASCAR for years, since I can remember. Um, it was always a Sunday thing. I'd be sitting in front of the television no matter what, watching NASCAR. And back in those days, they were it was dangerous. dangerous to ride NASCAR. But yeah, it's on right now. I'll turn it down so I don't get no copyright crap. Um, I'm noticing Michigan and Tennessee's playing basketball right now. And it looks like Tennessee ain't doing so well. Michigan's number 1, Tennessee's number 6 in this NCAA Midwest Regional Finals. Looks like this game is over. Duke and UCLA is playing. But anyway, let's get back to the van life thing. I got a video I've been trying to put together, but I don't have that much material to put it together. So I'm going to just toss it together and try to get as much, I don't know. It was kind of bad. I don't know. I just didn't get enough stuff to actually make a video. Watching this game. I need to quit watching the damn game. But yeah, went out to the lake close by us here yesterday. Well, we didn't go to the lake. We just drove by it. Came up through the mountains and stuff like that. And it seems like it takes longer to get to where we're at, going through the mountains. But I finally we got through it. We actually took the Atlas through it. In that car, we had a VW Tiguan that was, we call it it was like a truck. We used it like a truck. I mean, that thing, we took it to some roads that we shouldn't have even been close to, but it somehow managed to get through it. But yeah, the Peace Loving Vans event, like I said, it's coming up in June. And let me see, I'm doing homework, but I got all kinds of stuff for. I don't know. They only got campsites at. They got tent camping like crazy. Yeah, one small. It says the smallest campground is sold out. Then they got the Chillville campground. It's the largest main campground, weekend camping pass. No hookups, van or other rigs up to 45 feet total length. Quiet generators. So you turn them on at 10 and turn them off at 7. A good thing about my van is it's all solar. So I have no generator. I do have a generator that I'll probably take with me, but it's all solar. The other problem is I don't know how bad the wind is around that time because I have an awning tent that wraps around the van, and I was thinking if I did that, that'd be kind of cool. But it's windy. It can be windy, and I don't want that stuff blowing away. Cost me a lot of money for that, so don't want to destroy it, especially in the weather. But I see people popping in and out. Like I said last week, I said I'm trying to build a channel, trying to get more viewers, so I can develop more here on this channel. I was gonna, like I said, I'm working on a video on that phone to get just make better videos. What? You know what I mean, Vern? You know what I mean, Vern? Yeah, I'm right here, right now, looking at myself and see the way I don't know. It's kind of I gotta figure that out, and I'm in a little like if I'm on your phone, you can see me, but if you're on an iPad, it looks like I'm just slotted there. But Keep rolling. Nah, I'm just trying to build a channel. That's all. Trying to get it better, get more viewers and stuff like that. And um, it takes a while. You have to build it up. It just don't happen overnight. The way I've been seeing the some other YouTubers and stuff like that. I'm just trying to build this one so I can develop my van better and make it to where I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, today there's 20 people on here. They keep jumping up and down. Just like, subscribe, hit that bell, get notification next video when I do start posting. You don't have to. I mean, you can subscribe, but you don't have to hit the bell. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to get notifications every single time. What's up? What's up, brother? Yeah, I'm just, it's Sunday. I thought I'd come on, just kind of, see what's going on in the world. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to buy that Peace Loving Vans ticket and go see what happens, see how things are. I've never been to an event. I've always wanted to go to events. I always just solo camped, been out there just doing my thing by myself. And it's like, maybe I should, get out there with other folks and see what everybody else was building. I went to that, what is it, Overland Expo West, I think it's called. Mountain West, or that was okay, but it just seemed like a money grab. That's what I got from it. There was a lot of people out there, and it was like a vending show. Not for me, I'll be honest. It was not for me. I was kind of disappointed because they have them in Florida, and that's where I noticed them in the first Overland Expo East. And I was like, yeah, this is gonna be bad. And, I'm gonna take the van. I'm gonna go camp with these folks. And then I went to Overland West, Mountain West, and I think it was Mountain West. And I was like, okay, it's just a bunch of people trying to sell stuff. To me, that's not really a community. And it's just, it's like, how can half of them afford all this stuff? They got them kind of jobs. They whipping them credit cards out. I guess. When I was driving to Denver in 2021, and coming out here, I was going to from Florida. I was going to Cherry Creek Reservoir. We just call it Cherry Creek Reservoir, but it's Cherry Creek State Park now. But I used to work there when I was a teenager. But anyway, I was driving, and I passed this Earth Roamer. It was huge, F450, 550 with a big old camper shell body, whatever. And I was like, man, I passed this dude. Boom. I was like, I'm in my little van with my little roof rack and all this stuff on it, bags on the top, and I see this huge multi-million-dollar vehicle. It's over a million, over a couple 100,000 or whatever. But I see it and I'm like, dang, that is a lot. And I'm in my little Astro van, my little lifted Astro van with its nice wheels and tires and its roof rack and light bar and everything. And I get to the campsite and I'm setting up. Late at night, I hear a bunch of noise. I'm like, what is going on outside? I'm actually in my tent, and I hear all this noise. Somebody setting up and parking and whatever. And I was like, okay. So I didn't really pay attention to it. When I got up in the morning, that vehicle showed up. That's what vehicle was making all that noise. It was that Earth Roamer. He had pulled in to Cherry Creek Reservoir or Cherry Creek State Park. And I was like, that's a lot. But, he had a kitchen in that bad boy. I could see him cooking. I got a kitchen in my van. For about $450,000 less, I'm doing the same thing. But yeah, I've seen some really interesting vehicles um, on the road. Driving on the road and stuff like that with my van. You'd be like, wow. One guy was in a bus. I was in, I want to say New Mexico. Hello, hello. I don't know what that. C2O. That's what I'll call you. But yeah, yeah, that was something else. He was in a bus, had his kids in there. It was a small bus, not too big. And he was like, "Are you gonna stay here tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." And there was all these people pulling in. We were on the side of the road, and it was like a rest stop, and there were trucks everywhere. And I had pulled in, and he started cooking in the back, back of his bus, because he had all his grill hooked up on the tailgate. And I was like, man, that's kind of neat. But it's the community is kind of nice, when you're out there. Everybody seems to be, friendly and whatnot. And but you got to be careful, I guess, because you don't know who's out there. And I think it was last week I was talking about when somebody, well, I don't know if I did talk about that. It was I was at a rest stop in Newton, Kansas, and I'm out there sleeping in the van, and all of a sudden I hear somebody outside. I was kind of sleeping, but not. And then all of a sudden I hear some girl says, "Somebody's in there." Or yeah, and they said somebody's in there. I was like, man, these people. Next thing I know, the guy hit his shin on my uh, trailer hitch. It was like, bam! It shook the whole van. I was like, man, that had to hurt. That's all I was thinking. That had to hurt. But I was like, man, he's in pain. And he jumped on his motorcycle and took off. I was like, it's not. It was a Harley, of course. Loud. He didn't go out easy. He went out very loud. Um, Today, I'm not gonna really talk that much. Today, I'm just gonna. I just wanted to see what y'all's opinion is on going to the Peace, Love, and Vans event, which I'm thinking about doing. I just gotta get my transmission fixed in the process. So I think I'm gonna get my ticket so I can get to the campsite and be there for a couple of days, and then do it. Be out there and knock it out. And like I said, I always do my solo stuff. I never really go to any events, any events. So this might be something different, just to go out there and see other people's ideas when it comes to either Astro vans, camper vans, whatever, whatever people have, and try to better mine, I guess. Better my van. But it's Sunday. It's NASCAR day. So I'm going to go watch that. Um, let's see what we got here. Waffle Lord. It's kind of funny how people come up with these names. But yeah, I got to make a dental appointment this week. Go to the dentist. I got a hurting tooth. And you know how that is when your teeth start hurting. Uh, you got to get it, see what's going on. Got to get around the pain. That's why I'm talking all slow, because it's on this side and it's a wisdom tooth. I think I'm going to have to get it pulled out. I've had them for years. I had two of them already pulled out about in 1992, but the other two on the other side are still in there, and I think one of them is about ready to go. When I was in the military, that was one of their things, is to pull those teeth, because they didn't want to have to do it on the battlefield, which, you know, I wasn't in the army, so you know how that is. If you ever served, you understand what I'm talking about, because they will rip them bad boys out as soon as you get in. Come here, give me that tooth. Let's take it. Let's take it. If you don't mind, just subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to, like I said, I'm trying to build this channel up. That's why I'm doing these live videos. I'm going to do more shorts. I used to do those quickly, and more videos on the regular. I just haven't done them because the van's broke and I can't get none. I can't do no videos with no van. So if you can just hit that bell, hit that yep, go Denver. I'm thinking we're going to Super Bowl next year. We should have been there this year. The Patriots was not that good. Denver should have won that bad boy. Denver would have won that bad boy. Let's put it that way. Yeah, we're going. We're going back. Sean Payton is building a beast. And if you're not a Bronco fan, you might want to just get ready to watch him, because Denver is there. He's building a beast slowly but surely. He got rid of all the junk, Russell Wilson, all that stuff. Was Bridgewater? Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, Russell Wilson, all them guys. He did everything with garbage. And I think we're going to go again this year, next year, 2026, 2027 season, because they're that good. Now, if you got a better team, who's your team? That would have been a good Super Bowl. Rematch, Broncos versus Packers. That would have been, yeah, that would be a good rematch. I know it won't be the same players, but it'll be a good rematch. Because Denver, I don't know, Denver is an organization. Once I've been watching the Broncos since the '70s, so I've known all the quarterbacks pretty much since the '70s. So once they got over the hump, they never let go. There were some times when they had some issues. Once they got over that hump, going to the first Super Bowl with Craig Morton and Red Miller as the head coach, Denver has always been top notch. And yeah, they've had some up and down seasons, but they've always had good staff and good quarterbacks and good whatever, but they just didn't have everything else. My least favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs. I cannot stand the Chiefs. Even when I was a kid, man, I used to be like, I cannot stand the Chiefs. And if you're a Bronco fan, that's the number one team. Everyone, them Raiders. Well, back in the day, Seattle used to be in the AFC West, so they were pretty bad. But the Chiefs, I used to Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes, oh, Patrick Mahomes. Get out of here with that crap. Patrick Mahomes broke his leg or messed up his leg. Get out of here. Denver swept them that last year. I was happy about that, even with Patrick Mahomes playing. So it was a good season. Yeah. If you notice Patrick Mahomes, when when there's a penalty or something, he's like throwing a flag and look at that, and it's our ball going this way. It's like, dude, you ain't a ref. They need to give him a flag just being trying to be a ref. He's always doing this. I'm like, oh my God. He got lucky, man. That's all I gotta say. He had some good talented players. And I think everybody caught on to the Chiefs, because you can only play street ball in the NFL so long. They're gonna figure you out. And I think that's what's happening. Denver definitely figured him out last year. Kill the head and whack out. The body will fall. That's what basically happened. Get to the quarterback, take out the legs. Not the leg, not his leg, but just what I'm saying, his body. What's that say? But anyway, I'm talking about the NFL. Man, me and my friends when we were young, we used to always think about trying to play for the Denver Broncos. It was like, man, we're gonna play for the Denver Broncos when we grow up. We're gonna play for the Denver Broncos. Even though they were terrible back then, we still thought, man, I'm gonna be a Bronco. I'm gonna be Mile High, the original Mile High Stadium. Uh, yeah, it was. I lived right down the street from the original Mile High Stadium. I maybe a couple miles down the same Federal Boulevard. I used to live down the street from the Mile High Stadium, and Sundays, whoosh, nobody was out there. It was like the whole world just shut down. Nobody was out there. Nobody was driving. The stores were closed. The football game was going, and nobody was outside. Everybody was in the house watching the game. Now everything's 24/7. So people are always shopping, spending that money. Gotta be can't sit home and watch football. Gotta go spend my money. But yeah, I think everybody dreams of playing the NFL. I mean, all basketball players dream to play in the NBA. There's only so many positions. There's millions of players out there, millions, and there's only so many positions in the NFL. And I knew a couple of guys who made it in the NFL. They actually went. One of them was an undrafted free agent. He was my friend's son. Uh, Another one was my friend's dad. He played. I knew another guy. He played in an NFL. He was in the military, but he went into the military, the Vietnam. You know how that is back in those days. And Junior, I call him Junior, but he ended up playing at Miami, the Dolphins. He was so big. I was telling a friend of mine yesterday. I said, this kid was so big. They used to card me, and he would go into the bar. my favorite player. My favorite player was I don't know. It's hard to say. I love John Elway. I thought he was great. The things he was doing when he was a Bronco. Um, Let me think. My favorite player. It's hard to say because there's so many good players on Denver. Um, there's so many good players. Period. But right now, well. Uh, we don't have those superstar players like we used to. Well, we got some good players on the team, but I haven't. Peyton Manning was really good. I hated him when he was with the Colts, of course, but I thought he was really good. I thought he was really good. My favorite player of all time, Terrell Davis. I think if Terrell Davis had more time in the NFL, he would have killed it. He would have been the all-time greatest running back of all time. I mean, you watch him run, it's just ridiculous. A lot of people, you know, I don't know, he saw it in advance. There's a couple other ones, but they say, "Oh, Emmitt Smith was great," and Emmitt Smith was great, but he wasn't Terrell Davis. I'll just put it that way. He wasn't Terrell Davis at all. Terrell Davis got shut down quick. If When I'm saying shut down quick, his legs. He hurt his leg. But if he was able to go as long as Emmitt Smith or Tony Dorsett or some of the greats, Derrick Henry is really good too. I think he's a beast. Um, Plays for Baltimore. I think he's a good running back. Ricky Williams was pretty good, but they messed Ricky up mentally. Ricky had some issues. Ricky reminds me of a friend of mine. that I was stationed with in California. Just like him. Just like him, just except Ricky Williams was a football player. But he could have been if he was his attitude, the way he carried himself was the same way. I'm trying to think. Like I said, John Elway was a beast. You can if John Elway was playing like he was today, if he played today like he was back in the day, he would destroy the NFL. They wouldn't be talking about Tom Brady. John Elway could not only throw, he could run it. He was like a running back quarterback. Michael Vick. If you watch some of the documentaries on Michael Vick, you would be like, wow, this dude is badass. Michael Vick was badass. Untouchable. Randall Cunningham, same thing. Randy Moss. I mean, I could go down the list. Players that changed the game. Big time. I'm going to go for another 8 minutes. Then I'm going to cut it off because I got to go do some homework for the day. I got to finish that up. And then got to write a paper for tomorrow. Try to get these degrees finished up. It's more like a challenge, not a challenge for my daughter. She just kind of threw that out there, and it's like, yeah, I need to finish this stuff. One class away, and I'm gonna be done. But I'm gonna continue because I want to go all the way to the top. So, but this one's gonna, you go in steps. You got 4 degrees basically, and I'm heading towards number 4. So. And then when I get number 4, I'll be good. I'm leaning. I'm all, what's going on? But gonna go to, like I said, I was gonna get tickets to this Peace, Love, and Vans event and try to get my van ready for it. If you have an Astro van, you know how they're pretty easy to work on. Astro vans are really, really easy to work on. They're especially if you get that body lift, because if you get that, you can really get in there. I took my van apart and put another engine in it, and that that made it so much easier doing that. It did. It made it easy. I bought an engine. I had to get the only reason I swapped the motor is because the guy that I bought it, or I didn't buy it back, he gave it back. He broke a bolt in the block, and I didn't want to deal with it, so I just swapped the motor. And I still got the same engine. I got the original engine for it and the original transmission. So my goal is to have them rebuilt, cleaned up really good. Take the subframe out, have it powder coated, and then, but this is in the future. Have it powder coated, and then clean it up really nice. I had a dream, or not a dream, an idea of taking a, what is it, a Hummer H3 and slapping the Astro van body on top of it. Bam. I've been researching that for a couple of years. Like, okay, I'll get this. I almost did it when I had my shop. I talked to a salvage yard. They had the frame and everything. Basically, what I was going to do is take it, do some mods, make sure it'll work. The wheelbase is like within 0.5. The wheelbase of an Astro van is 111. Let me look it up. I think it was. Let's look it up. Let's Google it. An Astro van's wheelbase is 111 inches. Okay, a Hummer H3 wheelbase is 111.9. So almost 112. Pretty much the same, slice a little bit here and there, weld it up, and you pretty much got the same wheelbase. So my thought was taking the Hummer H3 frame and put an Astrovan body on top of it. And the reason why I was thinking of that is because if you put an H3 body, an Astrovan body on a Hummer, and you have all the suspension parts of a Chevy. You have all the suspension parts of a Chevy anyway, but you would have all the suspension parts that four-wheel drives type stuff, because Astrovans are all-wheel drive, and that's not four-wheel drive, and you have to do all kinds of mods to actually get that to that level. So, and I didn't want to, I was like, if I do this, I can just go ahead and knock this out. But anyway, 3 minutes to go. But yeah, I was gonna do that. That's what I want to do. I still want to do it. I have two Astrovans. The one out here, I'm not gonna tear it up, but the other one I might do it in the future, not right away. But I thought it'd be kind of good because you can actually, like I said, you can swap parts and suspension parts. You can fix the body, the wheelbase and all that. That could be repaired. That's one of my. It's getting too much power. It's too much power coming in. But like I said, if you like, subscribe, hit that bell, get notification for my next video. And yeah, like, subscribe, hit the bell, get, maybe. Just trying to build it. That's all. Look at myself do this. I'm watching myself while I'm recording. It's kind of funny. Well, I got to get ready got to prep myself for work tomorrow. Plus, go watch some NASCAR. I think it's still going. And then could just chill for the rest of the day, because I've been doing some work this morning. And I'm looking at comments. But anyway, you have a good Sunday. I'm going to cut this off. And like I said, I'm going to watch some football. Not football. So, NASCAR. But in the shed again. Had to go get water. This one's full. This one's empty. Or not empty. It's almost full. Went and got water yesterday, or Saturday. It's Friday, And today I was just at the laundromat doing laundry. But other than that, enjoy your Sunday.